Good afternoon, everyone. We will log in. We will start the session in another 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. I, Professor Rashmi S., on behalf of Personal Counseling and Mentoring Cell, we, the Department of BBA BCom BSc ASC, organizing webinar on techniques to overcome stress during exams. Students preparing for exams often feel under pressure. It may result in anxiety or nervousness. Keeping in mind today's webinar, we are going to specially focus on first and third semester students who are writing the exams in the next week. So to begin with this, I request Professor Usha to welcome the gathering. Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Usha Sia, Professor of Danan Sagar College of Art, Science and Commerce under the Department of Commerce and Management in association with the IQAC, Personal Counseling and Mentoring Cell Aptamitra, welcoming you all for the webinar titled Techniques to Overcome Stress During Exams. More smiling, less worrying. More compassion, less judgment. More blessed, less stressed. More love, less hate. In times of stress, the best thing we can do for each other is to listen with our ears and our hearts, and to be assured that our questions are just as important as our answers. Foremost, I would like to welcome the speaker for today's webinar, Lieutenant Dr. K.G. Satish, Principal, Aditya Global Institute of Management, Kanakapura. He is a professionalist in commerce and management with a rich experience in teaching of various commerce and administrative subjects. He is working with various students' organizations in conducting career guidance and motivational classes across Karnataka. He also doing various students mentoring activities and conducting motivational classes in various levels of schools and colleges, guiding chartered accountant students since from 2 decades. He also served as NCC officer in the rank of lieutenant and prepared students to join various military services and organized the various adventure activities like expeditions, trekking, and camps. He conducted career guidance and life skill programs in all high schools of Kanakapura Taluk at free of cost every year till now. He is very much interested in motivating of students in achieving their goal. He likes to involve in sports activities, especially football and karate. He has been taught and teaching almost all the subjects of commerce and administrative, among all mainly GST, business taxation, cost accounts and management, research methodology, auditing, banking, HR subject, portfolio management, security analysis, management accounting, quantitative methods, etc. at UG and PG level. He was awarded Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, India. He is the member of International Association of Lions Club in Kanakapura since from last 2 decades and serving in various levels and capacity as club president, zone chairperson, district chairperson, Leo advisor, Karnataka Goa area coordinator, and as guiding lion to open new Lions clubs. He organized and conducted various camps and service events like tree planting, gender camps, eye camps, NIMAS camps, ENT camps, blood camps, and so forth. He is also the member of various academic and non-academic associations. Among them, mainly is the member of Lions Club Kanakapura and the member of Towns Tennis Club Kanakapura, life membership in Kannada Sahitya Parishad, and also member for BUCTA. He has participated and presented various research and non-research papers in various states, national and international seminars. His research papers, articles published in national and international journals too, mainly microfinance, poverty alleviation and women empowerment, a case study with reference to Ramanagara district, published in International Journal of Entrepreneurship and Business Environment Perspectives. He was awarded as Best Commerce Teacher in the year 2014-15. In the Lions Club, he is awarded as Best Lion District Chairperson and he also got Excellent Lions Club President Award from International Lions President. He is honored with many other awards. Sir, your achievement on the stream of academics and non-academics are a worthy praise truly. Our participants are eagerly waiting for this webinar session to come out from the stress during this examination period. Once again, I welcome you, sir. I extend my hearty welcome to our beloved principal, Dr. Nagaraj Shenoy, IQAC coordinator, Professor Gurunath, BBA HOD, Dr. Supla Poda, BCom HOD, Professor Murgesha BM, and also faculty fraternity. Once again, I welcome you all for this webinar. I wish all the participants to make use of this webinar to overcome stress during exams. Thank you. Sir, you can take over the session now.
Thank you, madam, for your wonderful introduction about me. And namaste, every students. I hope you are all hearing. And
Yes,
usually
sir.
everybody says stress. Everybody says the word stress, stress, stress. Usually everybody, whether students or teachers or industrialists or politicians, everybody have a stress. But why we are concentrating more on stress and only to the students specifically? The reason is the students are our future, and before starting the explanations about or otherwise the presentations about the stress managements and how to overcome the stress during the examinations, myself, I'm Dr. Satish, working in the area of students development since from last 22 years, and I'm very thankful to the organizers of Dayananda Sagar College of Arts, Science and Commerce. Well, so you are all telling about stress. Okay, 1 second, stress. Again, stress. Who is the best stress manager in this world? I hope so you are thinking, who is the best stress manager in this world? Anybody guess yourself? Guess yourself that only the person who maintains stress throughout the world in every home. That is our mother. Yes, mother. The mother is the stress manager. We have to learn from her because she knows how to handle the daughter, again the stress levels and again the requirements of all the daughters. She will maintain these daughter's requirements in the home, again the requirements of the son, again the husband's, again relative stress. So all that stress. As a son or daughter, observe the stress management techniques of the mother. If you observe her properly, then automatically all stress of you will come down. Because she will wake up early and she will go to the bed late. About 14 to nearly 16 hours, she will work in the home for the development of the family and as well as their children. Okay, it is a part of the families I told. Just give an example. The mother is the best source of motivations in the field of stress management. Anyhow, the examination is approaching very near to us. So let's see how to handle this stress. Okay. The stress level can be handled. I am dividing that into the 4 parts. How to handle the stress of the students. Okay. Let's see. The techniques to overcome stress during the examinations. Usually everybody says stress. Actually the stress is required because for good thing it can be a motivational push that we need to get the things done always. Actually, a little bit stress is required always. Without stress, we can't achieve anything because free going or freely moving or freely living of any students is not the meaning that he is an achiever. If you want to achieve something great, it needs a little bit stress. But that stress should be calculative and it should be very planned one, and as well as you must be in the position to accept that stress. Okay, as like a mother. So why the students usually get the pressure? Okay, I am putting some 3 points here. I won't discuss more on it. So the one is parental expectation. Every student come under the more stress because of the parental expectation about scoring of marks or telling that my son is greater than other son. Otherwise, the other relatives like that, their expectation is more in scoring and as well as meeting the career. And as well as more than that, competition with the peer group, that is the friends, they are also the root causes of this stress. But you have to handle with care. Don't leave the peer groups because without them we can't. And unexpected hurdles to the students like a financial pressures in the home and as well as the health issues of the students or health issues of their families. And now COVID-19 is also creating this stress on the students. And how to handle this one? Let's start. The techniques to overcome the stress of the student discussed in the following heads. Actually, I'm categorizing these under the 4 heads. One is preparing for the test, that is pre-test, before the test. And part 2 and part 3 says during the examinations and during the day of examination, and part 4 says post-examinations. Let's have a journey first. The part 1, we have a preparing for the test. Usually everybody says, I'm prepared for the test, nothing but examinations everywhere. Yes, I prepared. So what do you prepared? And when you prepared, how you have to prepare to avoid this test is an important matter. That to this COVID-19 situation. So that is out of that, number 1 is know what is expected of you. That means what you have to study. You must know first what you have to study. The first is you have to collect the syllabus. Majority of the students in these days, they have less thing, and they will concentrate less on it by studying some local Xerox materials or something like that. They says that I knows everything like that. So don't say like that. As a student, it is your responsibility to collect the syllabus as per the university or the institutions which are set. And based on the syllabus, you must collect the study material required to face the examinations. It is the first step, and it avoids the maximum stress. And you are ready to face the examination, will start from this first step. So then, after that, you must refer the class notes. Majority of the students, they will do this mistake. They won't write the class notes. Okay, if they not have the class notes, at least you borrow from your friends. Because if you refer or if you review the class notes, there you will get a basic idea what are the sums, otherwise what are the theories which are done by our teachers, and as well as based on that you can able to plan the syllabus, what to study or what to not to study. But in these days we are observing, due to the soft copies, everybody's are keeping in soft copy and rarely they will study. So they have to get printout at least. By that they can review as and when it is required, and as well as and when they have to plan. So then our class notes will support continuously for our development. And by reviewing the class notes, it will also increase us the memories. Because when you are listening the class now, on that time if you write the notes, then your memory will recall all that one. In the class they did like this, they solved like this, or maths or accounts or maybe statistics like that. It will memorize, your brain will work for it. If you are not review your class notes, then automatically you can't able to understood sometime, or you can't able to understand, or you can't able to plan it properly. So to plan and to avoid the stress, you need to refer class notes regularly. And next, know where you study the best. This is a very important matter, because you have to select the place in your home or maybe in the college, in the library or in the college study rooms. Make a proper place where you want to study, because there should be a proper light and there should be a proper convenience for you for the studies. And in the home, it may be various places is available. Somebody's favorite place is hall, or somebody's on sofa sets, or somebody's on rooms like that. It depends on you. You must set properly the place where you want to study, because that place influences us more to study. Otherwise, it disturbs us. Otherwise, it makes our mind to not to concentrate or to divert immediately. So to avoid that, make a proper place of selection. In the college, the area where you can concentrate. In the home, it is the place where you can concentrate. And avoid the as much as possible TVs in that place. Otherwise, your concentration will divert towards the TV. So then your studies will come down. And again, stress level will increase. So to avoid that, fix up the place. And then along with that place, you must fix up time, what to study and when. Again, after that study, you have to fix up the time for revision. That makes you to understand properly, and as well as that revision make you to memorize in the examinations. So know where you study the best. And the next, take frequent breaks always. After continuous studies, specifically if you have a long timetable to study, every 1 hour or every 2 hours, that depends on you, okay? Because some students will get tired after studying of 45 minutes or some 1 hour. Somebody will get tired after studying a continuous of 4 hours. So you must take frequent breaks while you are making a studies, because it increases the effectiveness, otherwise it gives confusion. So the better, while preparing the examinations, you must have a continuous timetable. In that, proper break to increase the effectiveness and to take some rest, the brain will increases its effectiveness of memorizing and as well as understanding. And the next is you must have a proper food, sleep and exercise. I am telling proper food, sleep and exercise. Don't take overfood, oversleep, overexercise. All are causes unhealthy to your body, and it wants more sleep, and more sleep will create obesity, and then you can't able to concentrate on your studies. For that reason, have a proper food which make you very active. Okay, don't take junk foods because it causes more anxiety sometimes due to the heavy pressures. And if you take heavy food, it really welcomes the Nidra Devate, the god of sleeps. And when god of sleeps comes now, then your body health will create a problem. So have a proper food, how much it's required to avoid the sleeps, and a sleep to make the rest to your body, and that body should support for your study. Otherwise, if you lost one day by sleep, so your examination is one day earlier to your examinations. So for that reason, you must have a proper food, proper sleep, and proper exercise. The sleeping hours depends on your body fitness and health. Somebody says required a very healthy body required only 4 hours sleeping. But somebody's recent days they have a 7 hours, and some study says 8 hours for maintaining good health, something like that. That study is all not under the 100% scientifically done, because the reason is every person body requires different sleeps. Somebody's required only 4 hours, somebody's of 8 hours. That depends. So decide how much hours of sleeps you require. Because when examination is approaching very near, you have more sleep means you are wasting your time and you are lacking back of your studies. And then break from social media and as well as the phone usage. It is little difficult to tell, in the same time difficult to diagnose. The reason is the students, teachers, and nowadays everybody depends on the phone itself for your online classes. Okay, online class is good. But I am telling phone usage means not for online classes. It is for calling to your friends, continuously talking for more hours with them. So avoid that one. Whenever it is required, just use it, and as much as less it's possible. And social media. So everybody's nowadays have the Facebook accounts, Instas, and nowadays Reel is getting famous after TikTok and all other things. Okay, avoid that as much as possible. The reason is it kills your precious time. Okay, so if in Insta actually with so many things, see with so many things and so many quotations and sometimes very powerful quotations, but our brain, when you are started to continue the page by page in Insta as well as Facebook, your minds or my brain will never remember what you saw just 1 minute back. Because we are continuously using social media that much. So as much as possible to come up in your examinations, avoid the social media. If it's not possible, fix up the particular time for it. Either evening or in the morning for 30 minutes or some 5 minutes, that depends on you. So fix up the social media time, and after that don't use social media till completion of your examination. After that also, if you want to achieve more in the examination of the videos. Okay, I don't mind. I am not against of any social media, but I want to keep my students very active and avoid the killing of your precious time. Social media is not good for you. Okay, and phone usage also continuously more than some 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Don't call, because it creates an headaches, pressures on your minds and all. So scientifically, it is not good to use the phone for more number of hours. So if you use more number of hours, it will create problems for you. Okay, and healthy requirements is use only phone as much as possible, little. Okay. Next is focus on progress report. So focus on progress report means while making a studies, you must have some reports of yourself. That is, make a plan properly. That is what to study, what not to study, because examination is very near. So then after studying it, you make a points. That is what are you will study. That reports will give you more confidence, and that confidence will enhance your memory and as well as the study speed. So for that reason, focus on progress. Okay, that progress will make more confident and creates a confidence in you, so you can able to face the examinations very easily. And then we can come to the next. This is what we discussed about pre-examination days. Now we have a during examination day, because the stress before examination and the day of examination and the next day of the examination, because you have a minimum 6 subjects. So before examinations you have to prepare for all 6 subjects, and during examinations you have to keep your brain very confidently and as well as with more knowledge. Then after the examinations again you have to think again. So I will tell you what you have to think after the examinations. And now is stress on exam day. During exam day, eat a proper exam day breakfast, because in the early morning when you are going, use a proper breakfast. I am telling. Why it is a proper breakfast? If you eat more, it will create a sleepy mind in examinations. That will reduce your energy level. Because if you have a perfect correct breakfast, energy level will increase and you will write more, because our brain will get more strain when you have no energy in your body. So to avoid it, you have to maintain energy level. For that reason, eat properly. Okay. So when you are going for the examinations or any test, but don't take over foods. In the same time, don't less foods also, because it creates a less foods will create a fatigue, and as well as energy level will get low, and then it creates a problems for you. And in the same time, more foods or less foods will reduce your energy level. To avoid it, to increase your strongness, eat proper foods. And then hydrate. That means use proper water. This is the major problems every student is facing now. This is creating a health problem in the students and as well as the teachers also. Drink proper water. When you are going to the examination, don't neglect drinking of water. If you drink a cup of water, that 3 hours will give more energy, more oxygen to your brain, because it is scientifically proved. If you use more water, then your brain will be very active. So for that reason, while going to the examination or while making studies in the home, you must use the water often and often. Okay. And there are some students, they will heat food. They will forget to drink the water. They will go to home only in the evening and they will drink the water. So there is a long gap of drinking of water will cause us a problems for your body metabolism and as well as your food controls in your bodies, and as well as the food intakes is also affects badly after some time. So for that reason, drink the water regularly in frequent intervals. Okay. And in the examination, if possible, carry a water bottle whenever it is required. Right? Otherwise, if in the college they are providing the water, it's well and good, drink the water. And arrive early as much as possible. Don't be late. If you get late, so it will create a tension and searching of the numbers and sitting in the desk and taking of the question paper, it all delays. So for that reason, as much as possible, arrive early, at least 30 minutes before the examination, and use that 30 minutes just to memorize whatever you have studied the last day for these examinations. So that makes you very comfortable to face the examinations. And that comfortableness will lead to point number 4. Read instruction carefully. That comfortableness makes you to read instruction carefully. Once you started to read instruction carefully, that instruction will be avoid of doubt in selection of various questions. There are maximum students, they won't read the instruction which are printed in the question papers. And I got some of the students in a competitive exams, out of 120 questions, they answered, they required to answer 100. They answered 100 and they came out and they started to read instruction there after the examination. But in that, they are mentioning that answer only 100 question, and there are some other 20 questions. That question is only for physically challenged students. But one of my students, due to the urgency, he answered the physically challenged students' questions, and he forgot to answer the 20 questions which is belongs to him. So then he got less marks. For that reason, don't be hurry. Okay, go early and read instruction carefully once you receive the question papers. Okay, then it will avoid the doubts and it will makes you to keep cool and ready to answers. And during the during examinations hall, while you start the answers, when you are going to start an answer, first believe yourself and be positive. I can write it. I can positively write the answers, whatever they are asking within my mind and within my studies like that. You must believe yourself. Otherwise, even though if you have a more answers, if you're not positive, if you are not believe yourself, then you can't able to answers effectively, even though if you know the answers. So believe in yourself. And then avoid rushing. Avoid rushing means don't think too much on a single questions. Some students will be there, they will start to read from first to the last. It will take nearly 15 to some 20 minutes. That is wasted. So you answers one question at a time, read it. It is possible, answer it. Otherwise, leave it and come after the some hours, otherwise at the end. So don't stuck in one questions. So read it. If it is not possible, leave it and then start the next question. It will save your time. Don't think too much on a single question. It will kills and waste your time. So where examination is only for 3 hours, not a 30 hours. So avoid rushing and too much thinking on a single questions. And then ask your instructor if you're stuck. If you need any clarifications, there is a classification is their word. It is a clarification. If you need any clarification, ask your instructor without any hesitation or fear. So then only your instructor will tell you what are the things you have to do. Specifically, it is competitive examination students. Specifically in the competitive examination students, you must take a clarification from the instructor properly. And put the exam perspective. Put the examining perspective. Perspective means when you are in the examination hall, think and remember your future goals. Once you started to feel your goal, your minds will work very faster. So for that reason, keep a positive and achievable goal and think about that always when you are writing the examinations. And then drink water. Again, the same points I'm repeating here. Because the mind is under so much pressure during the examination while it is writing. So use water. It will avoid the strain and difficulties of writing examinations. So use the more water. And next, finally, in this part, don't forget time management. So don't forget the time management. Allot the time to each questions and carry a watch in you. Otherwise, if they are putting watch on the wall, observe it properly and allot the time properly to each question or each stage, each part, section A, section B, section C, like that. According to that, you have to write very quickly. Otherwise, you will answer only few questions, and even though if you know the answers, you can't able to answer the another questions, then it will reduces your scoring. For that reason, avoid the excess of giving of time to the single question, otherwise less to the that question. Make a proper planning of time management. It will makes you to write all the questions and answers all the questions and scoring of more marks. Next is part 4. That is our end of the sessions or thinking of these sessions. Post examination stress. Usually, some of the 5% of the students will do it, and remaining 95 will forget it. But don't do that, my dears. After completion of examination, when you go to home, otherwise, on the spot of the examination itself, see how you are answered and what are the questions you are answered, what are the mistakes you are done. Because you have to learn from the past mistakes. Otherwise, in the next examinations, you will do the same mistakes. For that reason, learn from past mistakes. Think what are the mistakes you did in the examinations. Okay, and goal of exam is to assess your level of knowledge. Remember how much the knowledge you have on a particular topic. That is the things we will analyze in the examinations. So for that reason, it will support or it will makes you to know more, otherwise learn more when you are thinking about your mistakes in the examinations after the exam. Compulsorily, every student must do it. And then remember, your performance on exam is not indicative of your worth as a person. You can do poorly on exam, but and still be a good student. Every students are a good student, but of course your performance will be checked. But don't forget, you are a good student, but if you're not right, your marks card will says you are a slow student. So don't be a slow student. Learn more and avoid stress as much as possible. And whatever the points I'm explaining here, use it as a tool for success and reduce the stress and get a good marks and as well as the good career and bring good names to your parents and as well as the schools and as well as college. Thank you, one and all. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
So we will wait for 2 minutes
Thank you
for
all.
the question and answer.
Okay, madam.
So there's a question from a student, and she has asked, I would be
Okay.
studying, I would be covering all the syllabus, completely, and I would be going through the syllabus. Even then, she was not able to, cope up with the, improve her marks. So what would you suggest her, sir?
For this actually she is studying. As per my advice, she has to change the way in which she is writing. Maybe she is writing more to the questions which is required less or less to the questions which is required more. So she has to change the method of answer. Actually, for questions we can answers in a different way actually. So we have to change our method of answers. The same problems is facing by so many students. They have to change the method of answers. So give my email ID to her. I will mail her some techniques of writing answers.
Thank you, sir. And one more question.
Okay.
Students will be, certain students will not be good at practical subjects. Certain students would be good at, theory subjects. So what would you suggest so that, they can
Okay.
perform better in the practical subjects, sir?
The only the way is hard work is mother of good luck. They have to do hard work and they have to practice. The practice is only the way to get more marks or to get expert in the practical. And the theory has to again the same thing. They have to write and practice. They have to write and practice. Then only answers and get a more marks. Practice is only the way.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
The student, yeah.
I had a question. Actually, as soon as I enter the examination room, I face some nervousness, and after giving the question paper, I will forget everything and just recall, and I'll take time to write the answers. How to overcome this, sir?
If you believe yourself, first believe yourself. It's possible from my side. I will write like that. You have to repeat these words every time. If you believe yourself, it is possible. Because You are believing, of course, because you are entering the examination hall. When you entering the examination hall, instead of believing yourself, you are telling that I am nervousing, I can't able to answer. These are the words is coming to your brain. Remove that words from your brain and say, I am ready to write. This is only the way. Believe yourself. Believe yourself, then automatically your marks will increase. You can able to write more. Even you can also face the any n number of peoples by standing on the dash. So believe yourself. That is only the way. And every day you have to use this word. I can write, I can do everything, I can score. Like that, you have to use this word. Okay. This positiveness will make you to score more.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, all the best.
Sir, actually, I have a doubt. I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, actually, we are writing the offline exams. It's been like 1 year, like more
Yeah.
than 1 year, I feel. So it's like kind of a very
Yeah.
long break.
Yeah.
We are not having that much interest we used to have before in PUC. We The interest we are
Yeah.
like losing the interest, sir, because we are writing only the exam. This is the first time we are writing offline exam after a year, sir.
Yeah.
So we are unable to study with much determination and with much concentration, sir, like we used to study before. How to overcome this?
Yeah. Okay. To overcome this one, you have to keep your PUC brain again. This is the major stress. You have to bring back your PUC brain. And if you are still in PUC brain, and you can able to carry the examinations very easily. Otherwise, if we long gap, so you are not in touch with the studies. That's why you are telling like this. But our brain have a power of remembering more than 10 years informations also. So bring back your PUC mind and believe about it. I can write like this, and you can start the studies. It will help to increase your scoring level as well as the memory and also interest. Thank you.
Please.
Right.
Participants, any more questions? Now, Meghna ma'am would be proposing the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Deepika ma'am. It's given me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for the event webinar. I would like to thank our guest, Dr. Satish KG, for your inspirational thoughts. Sir has addressed on how managing the stress during the examination, especially during the COVID-19, which is very important for our students. Next, I thank our VC Prem Chandrasagar and Chairman M. Chandrasagar. Secretary Kaliswamy sir, I would like to thank our beloved Principal Dr. Nogra Shanai sir, Vice Principal Hemant Upal sir, and Professor Gurunath, IQAC Coordinator. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank our HODs, Dr. Suplak Podar, HOD BBA, and Professor Murugesha, BN, HOD BCom. I also would like to thank our faculty members and beloved students. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
मेरी यादों से तो आज तक ना गया।